Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll find Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
70, Indy. Hey, box drop. Come to my work. Check 55 to mine. Check 55. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At their own 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On second down now, Leslie, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 47-yard line. Come on, boy. Go.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. On third down, Leslie. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Undercrunch. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, oh, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down in inches. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. It's Hill, complete. The end result, 21 yards.
59-50. It's going to be a long day. Hey, echo. It's going to be a long day. 5.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. On second down, Barber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. They'll set up to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To set him up first and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to Chubb. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Look at me. Go. Check three. Defense.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Go! 50! Watch the curve! 50's the mic! You ain't going nowhere! Ready!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come out in the pistol. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running is Barber. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Let him know. Yep. Hey! 50's the mic. Now.
They'll run with Barber. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
We got this.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And they give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
With Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Hey, Alpha. Get that quarterback. Hey, Alpha, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
60 on. Check curls, check curls, check. Hey, Delta.
Now back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
60 outlaw. You got bomber. You got bomber. Hey, box drop, box drop. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Barber. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go. 55, Mike, 55. Coming to you, coming to you. Mike. Hey, Haywood. 55, Mike. All day, dog.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for the touchdown. John Ross, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. A run for Nick Chubb. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Catch made by Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Quick down, quick down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll drop the throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 15-money. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mike 40, Mike. Hey, coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Slow, slow. What we got? Go. Squeeze. They gonna need some therapy after this.
2nd and 9 now. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. 2nd and 6. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
On 2nd down now. It's Barber, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point safely through. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Check my 40. Watch the run. Watch the run.
2nd and 11. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Hey, echo. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slap, watch the slap.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 30, 20, 10. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. 93 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Barber. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
They run it again with Chubb. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
58, come on. Gotta do better.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and long. He'll find Metcalf. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, wahoo! 58's the money. Hey, check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
58.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll look to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There he goes inside the 30. Gets this one to Hill. And down to the 27-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now back to throw. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Smooth. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards that time for number 14. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets them up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Hey, box drop.
Stop your whining. Mike 55. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
I'm scared. 55, my God, 55.
They'll drop the throw. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll look to throw, and this is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes to Barber, the running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had.
Here we go. Mike 40.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
he's got a man complete past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70, Cardinals 21.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Push him back. Push him back.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.